Mayad nga agahon. Coming to you live from Numancia, Aklan in Western Visayas in the Philippines. Having my morning cup of coffee here, my coffee with Gino cup, my coffee with Gino cup, my Copico Blanca. Copico Blanca is 3-in-1 coffee here. Coffee, cream and sugar, powder form. You just put it in your cup and add hot water and you have a nice cup of coffee. Just gonna make sure I'm on live here because lately YouTube's been acting up, so I've got to make sure that you can see me. Make sure you guys can see me. First, I want to greet everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. I know it's Thanksgiving in the U.S. I know football. Turkey, and all that. You know, that's everybody's busy. Turkey Day today. All right, I can see myself. I can see myself here. We actually had a Thanksgiving get together last night at the 8 Ball Tavern. A good turnout. James and Karen was there. They came from Balete, and then the Colonel, of course, he's been staying with James and Karen. He was there. HD was there. Our friend Mel, and then my friend Gray and Nicole. They all showed up at the get together Thanksgiving. It was good relief for me, because of all the things that happened the last couple of days. So that was actually good for me to go to that. I didn't want to cancel it, because I didn't know people had made plans already. They wanted to come, so I didn't want to cancel it. Dazzle, Mom, and Leanna, they just stayed home. Hard day for all of us yesterday. Happy Thanksgiving. All right, Kuma. Happy Thanksgiving. Yes, aloha, Derek. Yeah, we had a good Thanksgiving. Always, for me, this is the very first event like that I've organized, and hopefully the first of many. Because many people are moving here to Kalibo. Many people are moving here to Aklan Province. So I'll keep it going. I guess I started something here. So next year, hopefully, I know there's more people coming to Kalibo, JP, Daniel. So we'll see. Maybe we can have a good sized community here and have Thanksgiving. Might even try to get a turkey this time. Maybe go to a place where we can. There's turkey available here. It's just not the butterball turkey. That one you have to get that at the SNR in Iloilo City. The ones that I see here, the turkeys that I see here, they're kind of like skinny because they're free range. Oh, there's Leanna. There's Leanna. She's getting ready for school. Mom's gonna take her to school today. She's got an activity in school today, a program or something. She's been preparing for that program for the last week or so. So she's gonna go to school. Dazzle, Mom, and I, we're gonna head to Katiklan today in our land in Katiklan. Yes. Whew. Yeah. I wanted to update, it's like, hopefully I can get through this. I get emotional. I'm sorry. Good AM, Fortune. Good AM. Happy Thanksgiving. And thank you for that, Derek. I appreciate that. I was kind of like the one yesterday. I was kind of like keeping everybody together. Everybody was kind of losing it here. It's like, but today, for some reason, when I woke up, I guess the first day I woke up where, Chloe wasn't here, so. Rest in peace. Yes, rest in peace. HD, hey, happy Thanksgiving. Hey, HD. Thank you so much for attending last night. That was fun. Really enjoyed the conversation. I'm sure you're happy. You can put a face to the name. Meeting James there, the Colonel. Uh, it was great. And Mel, Mel is like a introvert. Mel doesn't really go out. He's like he's a computer programmer. He stays in his apartment. But I told him, hey man, you got to get out. You got to get out. You got to like hang out. And I'm glad he did. I'm glad Mel hanged out with us. Am on VL today. Can enjoy the VL. All right, and that's good. That's good. Live and uninterrupted. And the plan today, yesterday, Dazzle's family in Caticlan, they were preparing the burial site for Chloe. They dug it. They actually had hollow blocks, cemented. Because we don't want, her final resting place will be in our land in Caticlan. So that's where we plan on building our retirement home. So, we want to make sure like it doesn't get dug up or anything like that. So, and then we're going to get like cemented, make a cement and then put a headstone, of course. And then actually plan on even building like a doghouse over it, just to protect it from the elements. So, we got plans for Chloe. Hello, Gino and everyone from JP. Thank you, hey JP. Hey JP, hopefully next year you'll be with a group, our Thanksgiving dinner next year, and we'll plan it somewhere fun. Maybe even fishing. Maybe have a fishing, a Lola's Fish Farm, a picnic type Thanksgiving Day. That way we can bring turkey. Because at Lola, you can rent a cabana, and we can. Really do up Thanksgiving next time. This was the first, and my friend Gray, he likes the 8 ball, so he said he's close, in Calibo. So, but I think next year we'll plan for a bigger event. I think we'll have more people. Good AM, JP. Hello, JP. Ooh, from HD. Fortune, hello, JP, Fortune. All right, good AM, good. Hello, guitar. All right, guitar. They don't give the turkeys steroids. I don't think they do, man. Because the turkeys here, I've seen them. They have it here in Numancia. I've seen them a couple of farms here. They just kind of roam around, like. There would be farmed, there would be like vegetables planted, and you can just see them walking around. And they're just free range. So I guess they're getting plenty of exercise. And probably, you're probably right. They probably don't give them steroids. John Vasquez, hey John Vasquez. And that's also she's doing the moderating. As soon as Mom will take Leanna to school today, and then when we get back, we'll head out to Caticlan and have a ceremony there, the burial and all that for Chloe. HD, what food you got yesterday? So Gino speak. Yeah, we just order off the menu. We all ordered kind of like different things. Like me, I always like spaghetti bolognese, so I had spaghetti. I know the Colonel ate, and he gave me. I got a piece of it. He had mac and cheese, but their mac and cheese was like in squares, and it's breaded on the outside. Pretty cool. Idea. It was a stack of it. And the Colonel shared it, and I know the Colonel also ate a burrito. We picked the 8 ball because they have American food there, so we figure people can eat American food. Like my friend Gray, he had pastrami, a pastrami sandwich, and then I forgot what James and Karen were eating because they were all like further away from me. And then the conversation, we were like talking. It was just a fun night. It's funny how a lot of us have a lot in common. It's like. Even my friend Gray and he had a farm in Kansas, I think Oklahoma or Kansas, one of the things. And James and him got into it, because you know how James is about farming. He's serious, and then the colonel, he worked for federal government. So did my friend Grace. So it was just like on, good banter, good conversation, no politics. We never talk politics because politics always kind of like ruins it a lot of times. Good AM, John. All right, John from JP and Fortune. I can't tell, but I did see some French fries on HD's like plate, so it might have been a burger. Or burger or burrito. Burger. It's a roller coaster of emotions when you lose someone very close to you. I went through the same thing. It's only something that I know, man. Des and I've been talking. I mean, of course, we're not getting much sleep. I'm normally like, I sleep well. That's my thing. I always like, but of course, this time it's kind of hard to sleep. Oh, right there, skirt steak. Yeah, see, they have that on the menu. That's why we picked. My friend Grain, he picked the restaurant, the Eat Bowl, because they had a lot of American items like skirt steak. That's not a common meal in Filipino restaurants here. Burrito, yes, see, skirt steak burrito. I mean, that's hard to find. Even here especially maybe in Boracay you might find those kind of meals, but not. Here's your pamasahe, ma. Okay. HD, it was deep fried. I know, deep fried mac and cheese. I never had that. HD, I never had that deep fried mac and cheese. First time for me. And I was like, at first I thought it was like mozzarella sticks, but I was thinking, man, that's a big mozzarella stick and square, So, but I took one off the colonel's plate and tried it. Really good. And then the colonel wanted to order another order because he had shared it because it was so good. It was their last order of mac and cheese. I'm just glad we got to try it. I guess they didn't make enough. Yeah, they didn't make enough mac and cheese. That was the last order for yesterday. Happy Turkey Day. All right, Peanut Butter Travels. Thank you for joining the live stream this morning. Do you think we could find a restaurant to fix turkey for us if we made reservations? I don't know how good they would make it though, JP, because they don't make turkey here. They don't cook turkey here, man. It's like the only restaurants I would think that would have a big enough oven for a turkey would be like the backyard, maybe Latte Cafe, I'm sure we would have to pay a premium. Maybe Latte Cafe would do it better just because they serve American food. The Backyard's a big restaurant, but they serve Filipino food. We can always try. I mean, our oven, we got an electric oven that can fit a good sized turkey. So I might have a go at it, or maybe you and I. Maybe you got a recipe for turkey. Like my friend Brian, he was sending me pictures. He's in Houston right now. Oh, Brian might be here next year. He just went home for the holidays in Houston, but maybe next year he's here. He's a good cook, man. I guess he brined the turkey to make it better. I've never tried that, brining it overnight. He brined it. And it came out amazing. I was looking at it. It looks delicious. So, and he lives here in Lezo, Aklan. He's got a house. He bought a house in Lezo, refurbished the house to like American standards because he's the only one I know here in I personally know that his house is fully AC'd. I mean, he's got air conditioning in his entire house. Because the one thing Brian said, he knew the Philippines was hot, but the one thing he said he wasn't going to give up as far as luxury was the temperature inside his house. And so, every time I go to Brian's house, I'm like, man, it's cold in here. I'm not used to like AC in the living room, in the kitchen. The whole house is like, he's got AC going through the whole house. JP. NASCAR versus F1. Yeah. Now I'm a big F1 fan now. It's like I love F1 now. Before I wasn't. I didn't really understand it, but now I can see how it's more. Really more competitive and challenging, you know, like than NASCAR, because they did the different driving courses, the different setup on the car. I mean, you know, the F1 drivers, you know, there's only 20 of them on the F1 championship tour, you know, that they do. So you got to be really good just to grab a seat on the F1. Hello there, Bruce. Hey, hello there, Bruce. Okay, great, HD. So looks like 8 Ball Tavern serves good. Oh yeah, that's one thing about the 8 Ball Tavern. They serve good American food. You know, it's like in Calibo, they are the closest to anywhere in Calibo that cooks American food. You know, from their everything from even their Mexican. They'll have Mexican like quesadillas. Closest I've ever gotten to like Mexican food or American food here in Calibo. I think it's owned by an expat, that's why. But I never see them. You know, it's always just the workers that in there. I don't see a manager. There's a Filipino guy that's kind of in charge, but I have a feeling an expat owns it because the decoration on it, everything. They even have a table there that the poker table, the ESPN poker table, official table. I'm like, how did you get that here? You know, how did you get that official poker table inside the bar? But they have 2 pool tables, flat screen TVs all over. It's a nice sports bar, Good food, good sports bar, good drinks. Their mango shakes are good. My friend Gray, he was drinking amaretto sour. He likes the drinks there. Like I said, he had the pastrami, but a little pricey. I'm not gonna lie, compared to the other restaurants in Calibo. But you know, you get what you pay for, right? You know, it's like it's attached to a hotel, Vineyard Hotel, so that's why they can probably charge more. Where is the chicken adobo? Chicken adobo, man, we eat that all the time, man. You know, chicken adobo, we eat that almost every week. That's part of our routine diet here. So not a big deal for us to eat. Now, a turkey would be rare. You know, I have not had a turkey in quite many years. I have not had a turkey. Turkey's not a popular meat here. I might have had a turkey sandwich, you know, but nothing like a whole turkey. The dressing, the gravy, and the mashed potato, cranberry sauce. You just don't get that. Not even in Boracay. I don't think there's not a restaurant in Boracay that serves it. But I'm sure you know they might come up with like a Thanksgiving Day menu just because there's a lot of Americans that live in Boracay Island. I ordered some Cajun French fries to share with the group while we waited. All right. I didn't get the taste, man. You were at the other end of the table. You're not there. My reach wasn't long enough, HD. I would have reached some. Yeah, I would have reached some. But we had, you know, like I said, the Colonel shared. You know, I don't eat much anyway. I had, you know, I ordered a spaghetti bolognese, but I had to take out half of it. No, I'm not a big eater because it's still hard for me to like swallow like a lot of food. You know, it's like to eat a lot. My meals are always like small meals throughout the day. I can't eat like a dinner, like a whole plate of dinner. You know, I can't really. Even the other day when we ate at the Rib Shack, we went with James and Karen and the Colonel. The Rib Shack at Grand Gaisano. I always order the Korean barbecue chicken. It's like I think they fillet. It's like the white meat, the fillet, and I can eat that. It's a small fillet of chicken, but even the rice, a tiny rice, I can only eat half. You know, I'm just not a big eater anymore. That's why for most of the day I have to like put in calories in my body so I can maintain the weight. You know, I'm staying at 148 pounds, which for me is good. You know, they say when you're recovering from cancer, weight is important. You don't want a sudden drop of weight. You know, that's not a good thing because something's happening inside your body again with cancer if you have a sudden drop of weight. So every day I'm like on the scale, checking my weight. You know, it's always 148. Maintaining is good. That means everything's functioning correctly in my body. But the minute I suffer like a 5 or 10 pound loss, that's not a good thing. So that's why throughout the day I'm always eating a sandwich, peanut butter and jelly. I'll always eat. That's my snack. I'll eat a snack. Oatmeal, granola, cereal. Those are the kind of things that I eat all day. Said hi. Tom King. All right. Good AM. PBT, Peanut Butter Travels. HD retracted. Okay. Fortune. You can probably get turkey at SNR. Yes, I have seen turkey at SNR. The butterball, plump looking, gigantic turkey. I have seen that at SNR in Iloilo City. They always have it. It doesn't even have to be Thanksgiving, and they always have it. Be the one. Yeah. I doubt if they for one, when you buy the big butterball turkey, Fortune, it's frozen, so it takes a long time to defrost it. That's and then there's several ways to cook it. I've done before. I've deep fried one before, a Cajun fried turkey, because I lived in Louisiana for 4 years. So our friends of ours, I helped them cook, prepare it, and everything. So I saw the process, and they do sell it at SNR, the frying pots for a whole turkey that clips on it and everything. They sell it at SNR. I wouldn't mind doing that. But you got to buy the equipment, and then you got to cook it outside, because it's dangerous to cook it inside the house. You got to find when it's not raining or something, where you can't burn down anything, because very dangerous when you're cooking with that much oil, cooking oil. I cook my turkeys in a countertop roaster oven to leave the regular oven open for. Oh, okay, all right. Hey, mate, JP, like I said, maybe next year, man, next Thanksgiving, since if you're still here, or if you're still in Calibo, we can organize a Thanksgiving dinner. Maybe a Thanksgiving dinner at Loola's Fish Farm. Cook the turkey, bring it there. That way we can go fishing. You guys can go fishing. Have a nice event at Loola's Fish Farm. I was thinking about that last night. Probably cheaper, because you can bring all kinds of food to Loola's. They don't even charge you a service charge or usually there's a fee here when you bring in food to a resort. But at Loola's, they don't mind you bringing food there. They're good people there. Goku, happy Thanksgiving. All right, Bruce, Carol, awesome. Do you like IndyCar racing? I haven't watched. I'm so hooked now on F1. That's all the racing I'm watching. I watch other sports. I like baseball. I'm a Dodger fan. I'm a Lakers fan. So I got access to NBA TV now. We subscribe to that spot TV for baseball when baseball season's going. But the minute that the Dodgers won, we canceled our subscription. Now we're subscribed to NBA TV, so we get to watch all the NBA games. And here it's 499 pesos, I think, a month. It's about $9 a month for all the games, replays, everything. I can watch every single NBA game, but I watch the Lakers. Dazzle, she likes the Clippers. Hit the like button. All right, thank you, JP. Oh, before I forget, I wanted to thank, really touched my heart. It's I think that's why I do YouTube. It's because I just meet so many good people on YouTube. The trolls and everything don't even bother me anymore, because these are the kind of things that for me, that's why I enjoy doing YouTube. It's you meet good people. You really meet good people, and I'm gonna show you one of them right here. Bernadette, she's in Hawaii. She's a dog lover too, Bernadette. And before this happened with Chloe, me and her, she always watches our channel with her husband. She's always thank you for your videos. And I get that a lot, actually. People telling me, thank you for the videos, keep them going. Sometimes YouTube is not easy, man. YouTube's not easy, because between the live stream, between the making the video, editing it, that is, takes up time from my family, from Dazzle time, Leanna time, and Mom's time, so it takes, and I'm blessed because they understand. They always let me do my thing, let me, help people. And then when people come, that also takes a lot of my time. It's pick them up at the airport, take them to our apartment, or I'm negotiating with landlords here, trying to find somebody in apartments here. I don't consider it work. I don't consider it work because to me it's fun because I do enjoy helping people. But this person Bernadette, we've been communicating for quite some time. I don't think she's ever mentioned whether they're coming back here to the Philippines. They live in Hawaii, so when people live in Hawaii, why would you move to the Philippines, right? That don't they? If you can afford Hawaii, man, you're living in paradise. Why would you move to Philippines with all the craziness that you have to deal with everything, adjusting the patience that it needs to live here. But Bernadette, she sent me $150. She sent me $150 because she told me she knows the cost of the surgery, the emergency surgery and everything, the blood work, all that for Chloe. And then she told me, use some of the money so after we bury Chloe today, take them out to lunch or take them out to eat, so that kind of stuff, man. It's like, I was touched. I was touched for that. I think that's why I do YouTube. I meet good people. JP, after I get set up making tamales. Yeah, that's right, tamales. And we're gonna make tamales. JP's gonna, we'll get all the stuff for tamales. So JP can make us tamales, homemade tamales, right? They do have a tamales place in Boracay, muchos. I've had their, guacamole, homemade guacamole, salsa, and their tamales. But I know nothing will beat JP's homemade tamales. I used to eat that a lot when I was in San Antonio, Texas. You can't beat that. Yeah, I had coworkers when I worked in San Antonio. I was at Brooks Air Force Base for 4 years. And my coworkers during like Thanksgiving, during Christmas, they would bring it to work, man. I was like, whoa, it's like I was so lucky. I was so lucky, man. Homemade tamales. So I'm sure JP can create that for us here, man. You're gonna have a lot of fans. There's gonna be a lot of fans here with that tamales is gonna be a hit here, JP. I know many Americans here in the Philippines. They don't get to eat tamales here. Filipinos don't even know tamales. There's a tamales version in the Philippine. There's a tamales that they call tamales, but it's not the same as Mexican tamales. It's like totally different. Totally different. I will take them some and see if they want me to teach them how. No charge. All right. I mean, you're going to make a lot of friends, man. You're going to make a lot of friends, JP, with your tamales. Bama in the Philippines. Good morning, Bama. HD, F1, NASCAR. I know. Greater, right? To me, I wasn't even paying attention to Indy before or F1. I was a NASCAR fan when I was in the U.S. Jeff Gordon, Jimmy Johnson. Those are the drivers that I like when I was watching NASCAR. I even had the cars. You had the cars. You like put the cars in they charge the car. It's got like rechargeable battery, and then you lay them on this track. I even got one of those, man. And I had like stuff in my house that was NASCAR, but never paid attention to F1. I never paid attention until recently. I think Netflix, and then that movie F1 by Brad Pitt. After that, I was hooked, man. I'm watching F1 all the time now on YouTube. I know only 20 drivers get a seat in F1, and you better be good because they like fire people on F1 just like that. You lose your seat very quickly because there's people waiting in the F3, F2, waiting to like progress to F1. Man, it's awesome. I really like it now. I haven't really watched a lot of NASCAR because of F1. I prefer watching it. Want the best of the best with honors. MIB. All right. Good morning, Gino, driving expat. My good friend Michael W. in Masbate Island. Good morning. Hey, Kuya, just popped in. All right. Thank you for that condolence. Yeah. Like I said today, we got. I picked up Chloe's remains yesterday. We got her bed. We kind of have a setup bed. Her bed, all her toys, her blankie, and her favorite. She had her favorite dress that she wears. So we got that all set up. and then we're gonna take her to her final resting place in Katiklan, in our land, in Katiklan. We plan on building a house there, probably more likely starting 2027. We'll start building. My Social Security doesn't kick in till 2028, but we have enough savings, and it takes time to build there. Wall the area. We're not gonna build a gigantic house in there. We're just gonna. That will be kind of like a retirement home for Dazzle. We'll keep this house. No reason for us to sell this house, but we'll build like a 1-bedroom outdoor kitchen. We already got drawn up plans on that house. Solar, since it's gonna be tiny enough for us to make it solar. And then with my Social Security kicking in, we'll have more money to spend on the house. That's why we're excited. So that's where we're gonna bury Chloe today. Probably build her, like I was thinking, build her after we get cement and her headstone. Maybe build like a dog house for her. That way, she'll be always with us.
Bye-bye.
All right, Leanna. Have a good day at school. Have a good day at school. Thanks, Leanna. See you later.
See you later.
All right, have fun at school. Mom's gonna take Leanna to school this morning, so I can go through the live stream here, and then when she comes back, we'll head out to Katiklan. Thank you there, AKAAK. Thank you for the prayers. HD, hello Mike, hello Bama, HD, GP, Derek and Goku. All right, Michael W. Hello Fortune. Classic safety briefing for this season. Don't deep fry. Exactly, right? I've seen videos of that, people making that mistake. That's the biggest mistake, is to deep fry a frozen turkey. That's like safety tip number 1, right? Basic in frying turkey. Defrost the turkey first. It will cause a fire. I have seen it on videos. I haven't seen it in person because most of the people when I lived in Louisiana, they understood this. They understood that. Never deep fry a frozen turkey. John Vasquez, Mike, all right. Good AM, Mike W from Fortune. Corkage. Yeah, corkage. I couldn't remember the term, Fortune. Thank you. Most resorts here in the Philippines, when you go to the resort, there's what's called a corkage fee. The corkage fee is if you're bringing in food, they'll charge you for you to bring in your food. Even a cake sometimes, if you bring in a cake to a resort. They want you to spend your money in their resort, their restaurant, their order from their menu. But at Loola's, what's nice is Loola's has their own food. They got pancit, lumpia, you name it. They got fish, they got tilapia, they got shrimp, crab. They got it on their menu, but they don't mind you bringing in your own food and no corkage fee. To me, that's just like people friendly, right? They're not greedy. It's like they're just people friendly, great people at Loola's. That's why we always go there. We're almost part of their family. We bring so many expats there, so many people we know, and when we see them, we know them by first name. Hey, ate, kumusta? We're so happy to see each other. It's like great people. Very helpful. They even like the fish that we catch. If Dazzle and Mom don't feel like cleaning the fish when we get home, they're tired from all day fishing. They'll clean the fish for you. They'll like descale it, gut it, and everything before we even leave. Doesn't matter. It could be 4 or 5 kilos. They got people like cleaning the fish for you. So when you get home, all you got to do is cook it. And they've actually cooked there before, where they'll clean the fish for you. They'll even cook the fish for you that you catch there. They're so nice there. Most of the people that would take in there, they're so impressed about Loola's Fish Farm and how friendly the people, how nice the staff are. They're your typical provincial people here. The Colonel and I were talking about it last night. I was sitting beside the Colonel, and we were just talking how he's in Iloilo City now, right? He's got a home. He's got a house in Iloilo City with all his stuff that he brought to the Philippines. But he's seriously thinking of moving to Aklan Province because he just likes the vibe in Aklan Province better than Iloilo City, because he told me he's not a city person. He prefers right outside the city, not in the city. He likes the convenience of Iloilo City And I agree with them. And I always tell people Iloilo City is like the best city in the Philippines. But if you like a more, provincial, more rural, with access to, I actually suggested to the colonel, why don't you move here in our town in Numancia? We're only 10, 15 minutes away from Calibo, where you have the access to mall, groceries, Asia Pacific Medical Center, and they're expanding. Calibo is expanding. It's like construction in Calibo is like unbelievable. It's like booming. It'll be a city soon here. I would say it's just missing, like you have to meet certain criteria to become a city. But I would say within 5, 6 years, I bet you Calibo becomes a Calibo City. It's just growing that much. Hotels are being built, buildings are being built. The Esplanade got done. Now their condominiums are on their way there at the Esplanade. So just a matter of time till it becomes a city. But I told the colonel, why not here? And check out my neighborhood and check out my Camellia Clan. We might be able to find you a place here. But he has a specific need. It's like the problem here at Camellia Clan, they got nice houses here where you can rent. The problem is the stairs right there. That stairs. There's not like a one floor bungalow. There's like one floor, like row houses, like a studio type one floor, and they're almost like a townhouse attached to each other. But there's not like a house with a yard and everything. That's only one floor. And I don't know, the builder, I don't know, maybe because it saves them money or what. The bedrooms are all upstairs. Even like for some of the a friend of mine, the video I made, the house that was like a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, all the bedrooms are upstairs, no bedrooms downstairs. So to me, I think that was a mistake by the developer. They should have put at least one bedroom downstairs, because when we get older, man, them stairs right there, man, even the few steps, man, it's a challenge to get up and down the stairs all day, man. That's not something we old guys start looking forward to. The minute we get older, the stairs get rough, man. Ryan AP, happy Thanksgiving. Thank you, Ryan AP. Appreciate you, man. Shaka, brother. Shaka. Appreciate that. JP, I plan on being there unless Dazzle lets me run off with some crazy Filipina to some crazy place. Well, hopefully you will meet somebody that's from Aklan province. We're hoping, and not have to go. That's the thing though. I'm thinking about that, JP. Most of the people you'll meet here are from here, from Aklan province. So maybe Panay Island, because I do know Nefty. Nefty was here. He moved on. Nefty stayed here for almost a year in Calibo, and his girlfriend Candy was from Iloilo City. But he's not here anymore. Didn't work out. You know how it didn't work out. The relationship didn't work out, and then so he moved on. I haven't heard from him, but I'm sure I will hear from him again. He's probably cooling out right now, trying to get his bearings in the Philippines. But he was here almost a year. He was here. I was surprised actually, because when Nefty got here to Calibo, he didn't mention to me that he was going to stay here for a while. I thought actually after 2 months, I thought he was gone, because I wasn't hearing anymore from Nefty. Then all of a sudden, like I saw him in Calibo. It's like, hey, you're still here, and and that was like 7 months. He was in Calibo already for 7 months. Like I said, many places in the Philippines. Philippines is not for everyone. And when I help people move to Calibo or Aklan province, I don't expect them to stay here in Calibo or in Aklan province, because there's so many options in the Philippines. I just want them to land here, have a soft landing, have a friendly face, have a friendly somebody to guide them through the process. And then if they decide, hey, it's not for me, brother. It's like, hey, more power to you. Head on to your next destination, next adventure here in the Philippines. That's why for JP, I'm so excited for him, because I was just texting him earlier, and I was telling him, man, I'm excited for him, because he's gonna have adventures here that he's never experienced before, and I know guaranteed he's gonna have new friends here. He's gonna meet fishing buddies, fishing friends, motorcycle buddies, and of course, yeah, JP's gonna meet Filipinas here. You know, that's just a natural process. That's a natural way of things going here. Hey, there's Dazzle. She's downstairs. Thanks, babe. Thanks, babe. Ryan, man, crazy living in East Coast now. I have to stay up until 10 p.m. sometimes to watch games. Oh, okay, all right, because the time changed. The time changed. NBA, wow, 10 p.m. to watch an NBA game. That's late, man. If that, that's late. Like I know because the West Coast games, right? The LA games would be like a 7, 10 in the East Coast. And that is late to watch games. I never really lived in the East Coast. When I was in the United States, the farther east I went was Louisiana. I was stationed in Louisiana, Texas, and California. So I never got all the way to like, Florida, North Carolina, that area. I never got all the way east. Fortune. Ooh, Fortune. I was F1 addict from Senna, Prost to Hill Schumacher. I'm even watching that. I'm even watching all the old races, trying to like understand the history of F1. Hakkinen, all right, Alonso, yeah, no, he's getting up there. Alonso's getting up there, but he can still drive. He can still drive. But after Hamilton, I'm no longer really paying too much attention. Oh, okay, so you're after Hamilton. Me, I like Lando. I'm a Lando Norris fan because I love his character. He's young. He's a fun guy. You can tell he parties. He has a good time. But I do know that the better drivers than Lando, I would say probably Max Verstappen. He's like the dominator, kind of like he's like a Terminator. I call him a Terminator. And then even Lando's teammate, Oscar Piastri, I could tell he's probably gonna be better than Lando. But I like Lando. Lando just got the character. He's just a fun guy. I like him. Dropping in to say hello. All right, Kim. All right, Kim Mandal. Thank you. We'll watch the replay. Thank you. Thank you so much for making a comment and dropping by. Appreciate you, my friend. Are you Asian? All right, good question. Because I actually saw a funny video about are Filipinos Asian? It's like because I saw a video. This girl is a comedian, of course, and she was making fun of Filipinos because we are in Southeast Asia, so technically there's Southeast Asia. But we're more like even on her skit, on her comedy, we're more really like Spanish because of the Spanish colonization for over 300 years here in the Philippines, and then we're almost like Pacific Islanders because like we're more beachy person, more tan, more. We're not like, we don't look like Koreans or Japanese or they're lighter skin. We're more like island people. So I don't know if you consider Filipinos Asian, but I'm Filipino. I'm Filipino American. I'm a citizen of the United States, and I'm also a citizen of the Philippines. Lowell, kumusta? From Oregon. All right, Lowell. Mabuhay, Lowell. God bless, my brother. Thank you for joining the live stream. I wanted to do the live stream this morning, but I was even talking to Dazzle. It helps me like get to my normal routine because if I don't, man, that's why I even went to the 8 Ball, even though Dazzle and them weren't coming. I just wanted to go my normal routine because like the minute I like stop, I start thinking of Chloe, so I gotta like go my normal motions, the normal routine, so I can get over the grief. Previn said hi. All right. Good morning, Kuya from Belus. Trying to catch her live. You have to be early bird. I live in paradise. Cobra and fire ants. Cobra. I have not seen a cobra here, but I have seen a snake. Not one time I was running and I saw like a little snake on the road. But the other day, a neighbor, like a couple of blocks away from our place here, they caught a good sized snake, but I don't think it was a cobra. They were saying it's more like what kind of snake was that? Python. Python. It's more like a python, but good size python. Dazzle and mom, they're not a fan of snakes. You know, me, I'm not so much scared of snakes. I don't mind them. I don't mind them as long as they're not poisonous. If you tell me they're not poisonous, it can't kill me. I'm fine with it. But the minute you say poisonous, I'm like, definitely have me worried.
If they have venom.
If they have venom, yeah, I'll be worried. So sorry about your puppy. I know, my brother. It's gonna take Dazzle and I time. We've been talking. We're trying to focus on all the good things, all the good memories, but it's gonna take a while. It's gonna take a while for us. That was our baby. I think we never had a baby. Dazzle and I never had a baby together. But Chloe was always our baby. People will ask us that all the time. How come you guys don't have a baby? But we always kind of like look at each other and smile because we've always felt that we had a baby. That was Chloe. Chloe was our baby for like 11 and a half years. Yes, God's gift to us, for sure, Belis. Please don't forget to give a thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you, Michael W. Appreciate that. Fortune, I have eaten tamales. An aunt makes them, but right now she is in the U.S. She's the one who spends sick. Oh, okay. So you've had the Mexican tamales because I know they have a version here of Filipino tamales. Like I've had it. It's wrapped in like a banana leaf and it's moist, very moist. They make it, I know in Bulacan and in Pampanga, those are the areas where I had the Filipino tamales. The way different from like the Mexican tamales. Don't worry, India is there, sir. All right, India. All right, thank you, India, for joining the live stream. Fortune, F1 has room for 12 teams or 24 driver, but it's hard to find two more teams. Oh yeah, I know. You gotta have like sponsors. Very expensive. Them cars are not cheap. Then the engine, yeah, everything about it, even the tire. You know, it's like you need so many tires. You know. Lowell, so sorry, brother. All right, Lowell. Derek, actually, it was all of a sudden, unfortunately for Chloe. Like 2 days ago, she had a blockage in her bladder, urethra, and they had to do a emergency surgery. And we knew the risk. The surgeon told us that there's a chance that she wouldn't make it through the surgery, but she made it through the surgery. But like the recovery, she didn't make it to the recovery. And that's what it's hard for us to accept, just because how quick it happened. It's like we can remember her all happy, go lucky, the same Chloe, same hyper Chloe, like 3-4 days ago. And then all of a sudden she's gone. But hey, that's life, man. It's like that's why I always tell people, with your loved ones, always say you love them, cherish them, because man, things can change in an instant. Bye, lamb chop from JP. All right, the lamb chop has left. Ooh, it's becoming sunny actually. It was cloudy earlier, but now it's getting sunny outside. I haven't done the weather report. Let me do the weather report. No conditions right now. I think that tropical depression Verbena, that's Palawan, leaving Palawan. It says here Palawan, cloudy skies, rains and thunderstorms. The shear line that's affecting the northern Luzon, Ifugao, Nueva Vizcaya, Ilocos, so mostly it looks like most of the Philippines, Metro Manila, partly cloudy. So it's the same typical weather here this time of the year. Until December, it's going to be like this, rain and sunshine together. Most areas of the Philippines. We're still considered in the rainy season until December ends. January to June is usually the dry season. July to December is the rainy season. That's good to hear. Our little bundle of joy is turning 14 in December. She's slowing down. We can't take... I know, and we knew that. We knew that with Chloe. Even Chloe, we talked about that. Dazzle and I. We were preparing ourselves, but you never, it's like I even told Dazzle because that's why we end up carrying Chloe a lot of times, and even on the walks, Chloe would just give up on the walks, and we would carry her. She slept most of the days. She'll have little bursts of energy, like when we open the door, when we come in, she still got like the excitement. But Chloe was, she was 11 and a half years old. She was a Shih Tzu mixed Shih Tzu. So we know, we've talked, I mentioned it to Dazzle many times. Within the past year especially, we were videotaping Chloe more. We were filming her more. She sleeps in our bed. So like my routine when I get up in the morning, I'm always like, I would hug Chloe. I like rub her before I get up. She always stays with Dazzle. It don't matter if I get up, she won't follow me. She'll stay in bed with Dazzle. So Dazzle was the same thing every night before we go to bed. Dazzle will talk to Chloe, tell her we won't replace her. People have mentioned that to us. Oh, you probably need to get another dog. We're not. We're not gonna get another dog because Dazzle promised Chloe that she was gonna be our baby forever. Good morning, Gino. Hey, my class from Dumaguete City. All right. Hey, man, I haven't been on other people's live stream the past couple of days. Been rough, actually. Been rough for us here. Our dog passed away. I found a crawfish farm. Oh, wow, crawfish, JP. Wow, man, you got more. You're scoping out Calibo more than I am, man. You're finding out things about Calibo that I didn't know. I can't wait to take you there, JP, and film it. Crawfish. I have seen crawfish here. They're not the same looking crawfish in the U.S. in Louisiana. But the crawfish here, it looks like shrimp, but they got really long, like long arms, But I do know they're considered crawfish because they don't look like regular shrimp. They don't look like regular shrimp. For sure. You'll see them. I know there's because I see them once in a while in the market. So I know there's areas where they would have it. And my good friend John Sparrow would be our contact. He knows everything about the fisheries here. He knows everything when it comes to seafood. He knows everything, man. Peace, Gino. Maligayang Pasko. Maligayang Pasko. Brother, thank you for that. Fortune, Calibo needs population to go up to 150. All right, 150, not bad. I mean, it can happen. I mean, I think they're over 100,000 now. If you count all the outskirts and everything of Calibo, 150. That's not far. And I know I don't know how true this is. At one time, they had a plan to open a call center in Calibo, but I don't know with AI now. I don't know. I haven't heard anything about it. That's the problem with Calibo is there's really no factories, no industry that can spur the growth of Calibo. They opened the Gran Gaisano, so that employs hundreds of people, Gran Gaisano. But there's not like a. That's why when they were mentioning they were going to open a call center, that brings in a lot of employees. But who knows now with AI? I've been hearing that AI is going to take over the BPO industry. Belus, how far property from your home now? I have our property here, like for me, when I drive our car, I drive slow. I'm careful. I'm defensive driver. It takes me from here to our land in Katiklan an hour and 15 minutes. I can do it in an hour if there's no traffic, if the flow is going, if I'm like, I'm the only one on the road, I can speed up a little, but it takes me about an hour and 15 minutes. And our land in Katiklan is right next door to Mom's house and Nene's house, Dazzle's older sister. It's kind of like a compound, typical compound here where all the family members live. That's why we bought that land, because we wanted to be, I figure, I'm going to be gone before Dazzle. I'm 29 years older than Dazzle. So I wanted to build something there. So when I'm gone, at least Dazzle will be around family, around Mom, older sister, the cousins. They're all in one compound. So she won't miss me too much. I wanted her to have that. I wanted her, like, when I'm gone, at least she's family will take care of her. And the nephews and all the nephews love Dazzle. They're pretty much kind of, it's like Dazzle's like their hero. All the nephews, every time Dazzle's there, she's taking them out to like Jollibee or Mang Inasal or Andox, they or 7-Eleven. They know that the minute they see Auntie, oh, we get to eat, we get to eat, we get to eat out, we get to eat out. We've even taken them to Boracay with us. HD, Calibo needs infrastructure improvements prior to going to 150 streets. Yes, yes. But I think there's not a lot of expansion left in like the Poblacion area by Pastrana Park. Man, the streets are tight with all that parking. It just wasn't, I don't think they thought Calibo would grow as much as it has grown. But I think there's room of expansion, like towards the airport, like Mabilo. There's headed to New Washington. There's a lot of farmland there where you have potential to build malls and apartments and all that in that area. And they continue to build things in Old Busuang, New Busuang, but still, that area is kind of like congested like the rest of Calibo. But I think if there's any movement, probably towards the airport. There's a lot more land and it's not far. Like if you're in like the Poblacion Pastrana Park to the airport, it's only about 10-15 minutes. So it's not, there's room to grow out there. At one time they were talking about putting up a Robinson up there, or even Numancia. They can expand here because there was talk before about building a Robinsons here in Numancia because we got space in Numancia. HD can tell you that, man. From the National Highway, when you cross like the town of Numancia, our plaza area, the minute you cross our plaza, it's all rice fields. It's all like so much open space, even to like headed to Makato, where they build the Makato to Lezo diversion road, all like massive land area of farmland. Our subdivision here, our Camellia Aklan, this used to be rice fields here, and they built a subdivision. They replaced the rice field with a subdivision. Rice is never a problem in our province. We are one of the best producers of rice. Our mayor here in Numancia during election time, or during the pandemic, they were giving each house here like 50-pound bag of rice. We got so much surplus of rice here. Don't forget to hit the like button, Derek. All right, thank you, Derek. Hello, Lowell from JP. Kyle, I am getting out of Calibo because of the congestion. The construction projects going on right now have it all messed up. I know, Kyle. I'm not gonna disagree with you, man. When I go to Pastrana Park now, it's a mess. I don't understand it. They're constantly constructing like Pastrana Park, like the sewage. Well, I guess the sewage system because problem with flooding in that area. But there's always like construction going on in like the Poblacion area, and detours. Do not enter one way. It's like maybe that's why they're not expanding to a city because it might be a struggle. But I noticed, I arrived in this area in 2011. I lived in Calibo from 2012 to 2016. I've seen massive growth in Calibo. When I first got here, they didn't have City Mall, Calibo. They had the Gaisano Capitol Mall, but no Grand Gaisano, no SM Cherry, no City Mall, Calibo, no Asia Pacific Medical Center. Very few restaurants. Cafe Latte was the only cafe, but now they got like, at least a dozen new cafes in Calibo. I've seen the expansion. I've seen the growth of the Calibo, but which surprises me because, like I said, there really isn't an industry, no factory, no business in Calibo. I don't know what's spurring all the growth. The past 14 years that I've been around Calibo. But to me, even with the congestion, even with the construction, one thing like Ruben, my friend Ruben, my friends that have moved here to Calibo, living at La Casa Española, you can still walk it. They're from La Casa Española. They're walking to the Grand Gaisano. They're walking to the big public market that they're building now. Right, it's almost done. and the fruit stands, all the fruit stand area in Calibo, they can walk it from their apartment. They can walk to McDonald's. You know, you don't need a vehicle. That's a selling point, I think, for Calibo. Very walkable. Calibo's not big. You know, you go to Iloilo City, it's hard to walk it. You know, you're gonna have to ride a taxi. You're gonna have to ride a jeepney. Not many tricycles anymore in Iloilo City. We're here in Calibo. It's basically the main transportation is tricycle, and they're cheap. They're cheap. They're like 15 pesos to get in a tricycle and take you anywhere in Calibo. And Calibo's small enough to where pretty much anywhere you go, it's 15 pesos or a quarter. It's a quarter to go from one place to one place in Calibo, and you can walk it around. I mean, they got to work on their sidewalks because a lot of times there's no sidewalk to walk. You know, you'll have to walk on the road, you know, because the sidewalks in Calibo, they're filled with like vendors, they're filled with motorcycles parked on the sidewalk. You know, that's just like a regulation issue. That's just like the local government should enforce better, right? They should just like clear all the sidewalks, make sure the sidewalks are for people. JP, hello Belus, hello Belus. The sheriff has entered the room. The sheriff, she's getting ready. She's getting ready here. We're like I said, we're gonna head to Katiklan today. Good AM Belus from Fortune. Like and subscribe, says Fortune. Thank you, Fortune, for that. Max Verstappen is the son of Josh the Boss V. All right, man. I did not know that, man. I don't, you know, I know who Max Verstappen is. I know he's like the Terminator, you know, he's like a killer driver. But I focus more on Lando because I like Lando. I was a Perez fan. All right, Perez. I remember Perez. And like Max V because he was teammate. Yeah, I remember I was watching one season of F1 on Netflix and they were teammates. Hello Haley. All right, Delise. Dazzle TV is my normal L. Trying to wake much earlier helps. All right, and I don't mind like doing the live stream as early as possible. That's why I did it early today, and I told Mom, can you take Leanne to school? That way I can start the live stream early because usually I take Leanne to school and then I'll start the live stream after I drop her off from school. But we wanted to get going today here too. We wanted to get going to Calibo today. But I'm a morning person. I got all my energy in the morning. I've always been a morning person. Good morning, everyone. Like is done. All right, Eugene. Thank you. Eugene Villanueva. It's only 27 days. Oh, wow. I haven't been counting. I haven't really been paying attention, man. The days have just been going fast for me here. And then, you know, with this week, it's been like, you know, really crazy week for us. Said I sending support, everyone. Eugene. Thank you, Eugene. Miso. Is that miso soup? Yeah, I like miso soup. Deluz. Good morning, Fortune. Thriving, JP, and all the morning regulators. The morning regulators. Salute, my brother. Salute. 80s baby. Good morning. Happy Thanksgiving from Columbia, South Carolina. Condolence. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Appreciate the condolence to your loved one. I know. They're not to us. She was family. You know, Chloe was family. That was our baby, man. John Vasquez, Zamboanga City in Calibo. Wow, Zamboanga. I've not been to Zamboanga City. I know it's a beautiful city from the videos I've seen. I have a friend in Houston, Texas. She's from Zamboanga. So I've learned a lot about Zamboanga from her. They got the language Chabacano, kind of like Spanish language. People speak Spanish in Zamboanga City. But to me, you know, Mindanao is just one of those places that I'm not, you know, and Dazzle don't want to go to Mindanao. There's a stigma. There's a stigma with Filipinos going to Mindanao because there's always conflict there. There's always stuff that happens in Mindanao that doesn't happen in Luzon and Visayas, unfortunately. Bizwax, hey, thank you for joining, Bizwax. Appreciate it. Good morning, everyone. Happy Turkey Day. Gino, I marked the cool places on Google Maps. I can give you a tour. All right, JP. When you get here, show me all the places you have marked on Google Maps. I tried that Google Maps marking it and all that. I'm just so busy, man. You know, it's like if I remember it, I'll try to do it, and then sometimes I'm not good at doing it. So maybe you got to show me. Maybe you got to teach me like an easier way. Maybe you've done it enough to where it's easy for you. But for me, I'm trying to upload pictures. I'm trying to like, you know, it's not agreeing. So I was like, man, forget this thing. So sorry. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that, Bizwax. Appreciate that. That's why I wanted to do the live stream. You know, it's like when I'm doing the live stream, it gets me my mind off, you know, thinking of what happened. You know, even though, you know, people are condolence, you know, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. At least I'm thinking, you know, it's like I'm not getting much sleep the past 2 nights. So I know I'm going to struggle. I know I'm going to struggle here for a little bit, which is okay. It's part of grieving. Part of grieving is that's what happens when you love someone and you love a pet that much. You know, you get emotional. Greg, Sarah, all right. Hey, Michael C. Michael, my good friend in Trece Martires. Hey, bro, happy Friday, brother. Howdy to all the Panay posse. Hope all have a great Thanksgiving. All right, Daniel from Jacksonville, Florida. We didn't get turkey. We didn't get turkey this year, Daniel, but I'll work on it for next year. Hopefully, I'll have more. You know, this week it's just been crazy. We could have done something with turkey if we had time, but we just wasn't prepared for what happened this week. But we'll definitely the next 2026 for Thanksgiving. That's my mission. My mission is like to get turkey going. Sorry to hear that, Gino. To my emotions, I always felt it was best for me to not get a dog because of what. Oh, I know. That's all I talked about it. You know, I had a dog before, you know, so I knew it. You know, I knew, you know, when we got Chloe 11 and a half years ago, I really didn't want to get a dog at the time, but Dazzle and I, we were dating at the time. Chloe was a birthday gift for Dazzle. She's never had a pet. In the Philippines, most Filipinas, they'll have a pet, but it's just you know, like a dog running around your house, you know, outside the house more often. She's never had a pet where she would carry the pet. She was our baby, you know, slept on our bed, inside dog, you know. Now, Totoy, our other dog, she's an inside dog now too, but she's never had that experience. But I'm glad that Dazzle got to experience that. And looking back, like yesterday, Dazzle and I were talking. She really, like, Chloe really, like, solidified Dazzle and I because, you know, we always get comments from people, how come you guys don't have a baby? How come you guys don't have a baby? And like I said, Dazzle and I would just look at each other and we never felt like we were missing on not having a baby because, like, Chloe was our baby for 11 and a half years. All right. Thanks, Michael. I appreciate that. JP, hello, Daniel. Fortune, good AM, Lowell, Michael S. All right. Good AM, Daniel. Bill, hey, Bill Meyer. All right, thank you, brother. Good morning, Bill Meyer. I also like JPM before. Juan Pablo Montoya. Miso. All right, Eugene. Shout out. Something simple. All right, something simple. All right. Hello, Fort. JP, TE, HD. Usually the American, South American, North American drivers, when they retire from F1, they go to NASCAR. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I have seen previously, like, I remember Danica Patrick. I remember she was F1 and then she joined NASCAR. I remember that. The female driver. Are making room for, there's room, you know, that's the thing, you know, Calibo has grown, but it's not a city yet. It's still like a town just because it's waiting. I think Calibo is waiting for like an industry or something that will bring, like, you know, like they were talking about call center, but I don't know how that's going to fly now with AI. Like even a factory. I don't really understand why there's no like they're not building a single item here in Aklan province. There is no. I have not seen like a car manufacturer, assembly plant, something, in the whole Aklan province. There's not one. I can't, maybe even make ketchup, make something. They don't make anything here. Basically, Aklan province is farms, lots of farms, lots. I mean, we're like one of the top producer of rice for the Philippines, and then the fisheries, all the fishermen here. There's Dazzle. She's already dressed up, ready to go. Watching Felipe, Derek. All right, watch Derek. All right. I was Philippine live. He was at the movie Likoy Mad Max. Oh, okay. The Michael and Kat are good friends. So Dazzle and I. They filmed our house. They were here in our house. They filmed our house. They're busy now. They're focusing now on their YouTube channel, so they're gonna be traveling now. But anytime they're back in Roa City, I'm sure we'll see them. Any opportunity that for Dazzle and I will hang out with them.
Something simple. Just
Yes.
Michael S.
Yeah, Michael S. Did I make a mistake?
Michael S. and
Yeah,
Shirley.
I know it's Shame. I know he changed his name a little bit, but I know who it is. But, yeah, like Michael always renews his visa, his tourist visa. He always does it in Calibo. And the last time he renewed his visa, he invited us to lunch. So we had lunch with him. So I know when it's time for him, if he updates his tourist visa in Calibo, we'll hang out again. We'll have lunch with them again. Same with James and Karen. We're all kind of like good friends now. James and Karen, Mike and Kat, and Dazzle and I. We support each other. We're good friends. We consider them really good friends of ours. 32 days until I am a Calibo resident. All right, JP, that's not bad at all, man. 32 days. It'll be here before you know it. Hey, Scuba Steve. Good morning, my brother. Good morning, Scuba Steve. Good morning, Eugene Villanueva. Good AM, Michael C. Good morning, Fortune from Michael S. A lot of Michael. I got it, I got it in my head now. I know Michael C, Michael S, Michael W. I got you guys. My sincere thoughts and concerns. Thank you, Daniel. I know that, brother. I know, brother. I feel that, I feel the prayers. I feel the support from people. That's why I wanted to do the live stream today. We're hurting, of course, but wanted to show you guys that we'll be okay. We're focusing on all the good things that Chloe brought to our lives. I like Juan Pablo in NASCAR, JP. All right. Happy Thanksgiving, brother Gino, Michael Manalastas. All right. Thank you, brother, from Northern California. Good morning and happy Thanksgiving. Hey, Lawrence, my good friend Lawrence in Makati. Thank you, brother. Thank you for joining the live stream this morning. I always focus on the love. Yes, I do the same thing, man. We're like I told Dazzle this morning. We've been talking all day, all night, and I was telling her, you just always have to focus on all the good. If anything and with Chloe, it was all good. She was always we called Chloe our stress reliever because she's always happy, always like a joyful dog. So much to be thankful for. Amen, my brother. I want to thank my Philippines for 13 April. All right, congratulations there, Lawrence. Thankful for the life here. Yep. I think we share that. We share, you hear a lot of people complaining about the Philippines, right? You see a lot of vloggers, a lot of videos, it's like, you see so many, negative things, but I know one thing, the people that I helped here, the Panay Posse, the people that I hang out with, we are happy here. There's not a place we would rather be than be here in Aklan province. I know that, it's like, did you know the first Mad Max movie was filmed? Oh, I didn't know that. It would make sense. It would make sense, Daniel, right? Because they have areas like this, desert type looking thing, barren land kind of things here in the Philippines. Good AM, Steve from Fortune. The sand dunes, yes, the sand dunes of Ilocos. Yeah, we drove all the way to Ilocos Norte, Dazzle. We all the way to Pagudpud. We traveled vegan, uh, all that area in our car, in our tiny Wigo in 2022. Yes, JP. JPM now in NASCAR. The thing with F1 with many rule changes, you need the team to quickly adjust. Yeah, I know, right? I noticed that with F1, man. It's like drivers switch, cars get adjusted. I mean, it's so technical. F1 is so technical. My younger brother takes care of my mother and father. He sent me a picture of the turkey he cooked in a plate with all the sides. Made my stomach growl. Looks so good. Happy Thanksgiving. I know. On my Facebook, I'm seeing everybody in the U.S. Having their Turkey Day today. Happy Turkey Day. Happy Turkey Day from to everyone in the U.S. All right, I think we're getting ready here. They're already dressed me. I'm always dressed. This is me, man. I don't really need to dress. I'm always like board shorts and t-shirts. So thank you, everyone, for joining the live stream this morning. I appreciate everybody's time, as always. Hello, friends, for Mario. All right. And special thank you to my good friend Bernadette in Hawaii. I really appreciate, really touched my heart. The message and the money you sent to us, a really big help to us. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my friend. God bless. All right, God bless. Thank you, Michael S. Good day, Gino. All right, thank you, Fortune. Appreciate it. Everyone, take care. Thank you again, everyone, and everyone, stay blessed. Safe travels. We will. Safe travels. We will. Thank you, JP. Hey, Daniel. All right, Daniel.